Hello friends, welcome to the BPSC junction. Let's start with the chapter number 6, that is Major Landforms of the Earth. You must have seen some of the landform features as shown in the figure 6.1 below. You will notice that the surface of the Earth is not same everywhere. The Earth has an infinite variety of landforms. Some parts of the lithosphere may be rugged and some flat. These landforms are a result of two processes. You will be amazed to know that the ground you are standing on is slowly moving within the earth. A continuous movement is taking place. The first, or the internal process, leads to the upliftment and sinking of Earth's surface at several places. Do you know a hill is a land of surface that rises higher than the surrounding area? Generally, a steep hill with an elevation of more than 600 meters is termed as mountain. Name some of the mountains with a height of more than 8,000 meters. The second, or the external process, is the continuous wearing down and rebuilding of land surface. The wearing away of the earth's surface is called erosion. The surface is being lowered by the process of erosion and rebuilt by the process of deposition. These two processes are carried out by running water, ice, wind. Broadly, we can group different landforms depending on elevation and slope as mountains, plateaus, and plains. Mountains. A mountain is any natural elevation of Earth's surface. The mountains may have a small summit and a broad base. It is considerably higher than the surrounding area. Some mountains are even higher than the clouds. As you go higher, the climate becomes colder. In some mountains, there are permanently frozen rivers of ice. They are called glaciers. There are some mountains you cannot see as they are under the sea. Because of harsh climate, less people live in the mountain area. Since the slopes are steep, less land is available for farming. Mountains may be arranged in a line known as range. Many mountain systems consist of a series of parallel ranges extending over hundreds of kilometers. The Himalayas, the Alps, and the Andes are mountains range of Asia, Europe, and South Africa respectively. Mountains vary in their height and shape. Do you know Mauna Kea in the Pacific Ocean is an undersea mountain? It is higher than the Mount Everest, being 10,205 meters high. There are three types of mountains: fold mountains, block mountains, and volcanic mountains. Himalayan mountains and the Alps are the young fold mountain with rugged relief and high conical peaks. The Aravalli Range in India is one of the oldest fold mountain systems in the world. The range has considerably worn down due to the process of erosion. The Appalachians in the North America and the Ural Mountain in Russia have rounded features and low elevations. They are very fold mountains. Block mountains are created when large areas are broken and displaced vertically. The uplifted blocks are termed as host and the lowered blocks are called graben. The Rhine Valley and the Vosges Mountain in Europe are examples of such mountain systems. Locate them on the world map in the atlas and find out some of the more examples of this type of landforms. Volcanic mountains are formed due to volcanic activity. Mount Mt. Kilimanjaro in Africa, Mount Fujiyama in Japan are examples of such mountains. Mountains are very useful. The mountains are a storehouse of water. Many rivers have their source in the glacier in the mountains. Reserves are made and water is harnessed for the use of people. Water from the mountains is also used for irrigation and generation of hydroelectricity. The river valleys and the terraces are ideal for cultivation of crops. Mountains have rich variety of flora and fauna. The forests provide fuel, fodder, shelter, and other products like gums, resins, etc. Mountains provide an ideal site for tourists. They visit the mountains for the scenic beauty. Several sports like paragliding, hand gliding, river rafting, and skill for skiing are popular in the Mountains. Can you name some places in Himalaya associated with these sports? Plateaus. A plateau is an elevated flat land. It is flat-topped tableland standing above the surrounding area. A plateau may have one or more sides with steep slopes. The height of plateau often varies from few hundred meters to several thousand meters. Plateaus like mountain may be young or old. The Deccan Plateau in India is one of the oldest plateaus. The East African Plateau in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda, and the Western Plateau of Australia are other examples. The Tibet Plateau is the highest plateau in the world with the height of 4,000 to 6,000 meters above the mean sea level. Plateaus are very useful because they are rich in mineral deposit. As a result, many of the mining areas in the world are located in plateau areas. The African plateau is famous for gold and diamond mining. In India, huge reserves of iron, coal, and manganese are found in Chota Nagpur Plateau. In plateau areas, there may be several waterfalls as the river falls from the great height. In India, the Hundru Falls in Chota Nagpur Plateau on the river Subarnekha and Jog Falls in Karnataka are examples of such waterfalls. The lava plateaux are rich in black soil and that are fertile and good for cultivation. Many plateaus have scenic spots and are of great attraction to tourists. Plains. Plains are large stretch of flat land. They are generally not more than 200 meters above mean sea level. Some plains are extremely level, others may be slightly rolling and undulating. Most of the plains are formed by river and their tributary. The rivers flow down the slopes of mountain and erode them. They carry forward the eroded material, then they deposit their load consisting of stones, sand and silt along their courses and in their valleys. It is from this deposit that plains are formed. Generally, plains are very fertile. Construction of transport network is easy. Thus, these plains are very quickly thickly populated regions of the world. Some of the largest plains made by the rivers are found in Asia and North America. For example, in Asia, these plains are formed by Ganga and Brahmaputra in India and the Yangtze in China. Plains are most useful areas for human habitation. This is the great concentration. There is a great concentration of people as more flat land is available for building houses as well as for cultivation. Because of the fertile soils, the land is highly productive for cultivation. India too, the Indo-Gangetic plains are the most densely populated regions in the country. Landforms and the peoples. Humans have been living on different kinds of landforms in different ways. Life is difficult in mountain areas. Plains provide much better condition. It is easy to grow crops, build a road, house or road in plain than a mountain. Can you point out some of the differences in way people live in different kinds of landforms? Sometimes the natural calamities such as earthquake, volcanic eruptions, storms and flood cause widespread destruction. Huge loss of life and property takes place. By creative awareness about such incidents, we may lower the risk. You may find out from your own surrounding in how many ways we use the land and water. Quite often we use land in a wasteful manner. For example, constructing house on fertile land. Similarly, we throw garbage on land or in water, making them dirty. We should avoid using such important gift of nature in a careless manner. The available land is not only for our use, it is our duty to leave the earth a better place for future generations as well.